My head is so big, you can't even tell that this is supposed to be a unicorn. I wanted it to look like that, but it'll do.
Back it up, I put on the show, I be acting up. If he ain't got no bread, I'm packing up. I need a rich nigga with a bankroll just so I can add it up. Say ho, my nigga got him an a-hole. He gon' listen and do what I say so. He know I'm only after the.
Hi, I'm Tassie and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home, and if you're a new subscriber, make yourself at home by clicking that subscribe button. Listen, y'all, when I tell you October was kind of like a mess, it's just been a mess for me. My original plan was that I was gonna give you guys at least one video per week, but here's what happened, right? I got a new job because the holidays are coming up, and I have to tell y'all, the hiring process behind that job was just completely trash. On a normal day, if I was really pressed for money and was looking for like a career or something, I would have never taken this job. But yeah, to say the least, that was a whole mess. I don't know if you guys want a story time about that, but baby, that was a mess, and that kind of took up majority of the beginning of my October. And then after I had the interview for this particular job, me and my whole family fell sick. It's not, the virus. We're good. We feel way better, but we ended up getting really sick. So I was out for like probably a week and a half. And by the time I release this video, y'all are probably gonna see this on Saturday. So let's say last Saturday, from the time that you're watching this, my brother had his first birthday. Yeah, I have a 1-year-old brother. Don't ask. Please don't ask. I don't want to even think about the fact that my mama still has a sex life. I don't. But anywho, I had a lot of things planned for y'all, and I'm kind of sad that I can't do it, but we'll just save that for next year because there's always next year. But I had to at least get one video out for y'all for the month of October because y'all deserve it. And it's not Halloween yet, so we got time. So today I decided to compile a list of all of the YouTubers that I feel like people should watch during the Halloween season. And I will say this, all of these people are people that I personally watch, but I don't watch them for the holiday season. I watch them all year round. So if you guys are interested in that, please stay tuned. And a quick disclaimer before we get into the video, I will be doing this list from least gory, least scary to it's gonna get pretty disturbing. I don't want y'all thinking I'm a dark person, but I just am a little bit more comfortable with like the ugly side of society and like death, stuff like that. So I will definitely let y'all know when we start getting to the heavier YouTubers with heavier topics and content and stuff. But I just wanted to put that out there before anybody gets too invested in this video, because I ain't got time for y'all saying that I did anything, okay? So consider this a warning. So the first YouTuber that I would recommend is my girl, Bailey Syrian. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding her for some reason. I mean, in a way, I get the reason, but it's like, don't do her. Don't do her, okay? Back off my bitch, all right? Back off my girl, all right? And just in case you don't know who Bailey Syrian is, her content is mainly based on true crime and unsolved mysteries. She has a segment on her channel, once again, that she does year-round, and it is called Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays. So she does her makeup while she talks about true crime and the unsolved mysteries and the wonders of the world, and she also has a podcast that has a similar theme. So if you're into true crime, if you're into makeup, you're into both, she is definitely the girl that you want to check out, and that's why she's number 1 on my list. The second one on my list is very controversial as well, and all I'm gonna say is I wouldn't say watch the whole channel. So the next person that's on my list is very controversial, very, and for good reason. And honestly, I don't even watch this person anymore because of those controversial reasons. But one thing about me, I'ma always give my props when it's due, and there was a point in time where I did frequently watch them. So believe it or not, I have to say, if you want some good scary content, spooky content, mystery, etc., Shane Dawson. Don't send the pitchforks my way, okay? Listen, be honest. It's not terrible. The content is not terrible. It's not bad. I understand if you don't want to watch, you don't want to, give him any further coin. But all I'm saying is the conspiracy theory videos, top notch. Weird what was it called? Weird Corners of the Internet, Weird Side of the Internet, something like that. That was good. The times where they would go on like haunted trips, like I forget what that was even called, but like the haunted boat ride, that was good. Them linking up with Graveyard Girl, and they discovered like some haunted gift shop. What was that? I don't really fully remember. It's been years. But yeah, listen, I understand why people don't like Shane Dawson, and I am now one of those people as well, because he just it's a mess. If you don't know about that, honey, YouTube. YouTube. I don't have time to explain it on this channel right now, because we're not here for that. But like I said, I always give my props when it's due. I always give my props when it's due, and you cannot lie. His scary conspiracy theory-esque content, that right there was like watching a movie. So listen, do it at your own discretion. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, if you're unbiased, just check it out. Number 3 on my list, I don't think she's a new YouTuber, but I think she's like starting to get her flowers, and she's starting to like really come into the spotlight. But Haley Elizabeth is a good one too. In a way, she's similar to Bailey Syrian, but she's not. You would have to see it for yourself. But basically, they both do makeup, and they both talk about like unsolved mysteries, true crime, etc., etc. But I feel like Haley is a little bit different because she doesn't do her makeup all the time. Then not only that, I feel like the way that she describes a lot of these events and a lot of these crazy things that happen, it's in a way where you low-key feel like you were there, like you personally understand it, even though you will never personally understand what the victim or any of these people went through. And it's not just true crime, it's like also certain little instances that happened in history. And she also has a few videos about conspiracy theories. Like, she's very interesting. That's all I can really say. Like, she's a very interesting person, and I think that she should definitely get a little bit more attention on her channel. Now, the 4th one on my list, I just realized that I said that I was gonna review YouTubers. This is not particularly a YouTuber. This is just like a series on someone's channel. And unfortunately, I forgot what that person's name is. I forgot their username and everything. But a good series to watch on YouTube, Martin Wall's The Walton Files. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm the only person that isn't the biggest fan of FNAF fan games. Like, I don't like it. And it's not because it's bad, it's just that, like, how many FNAF games are you going to make that aren't FNAF? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of tired of the inspired whatever. Like, I'm just not a big fan of it. And honestly, analog horror isn't like my genre. Like, I don't really get into it. But let me tell you something. When I first heard about the Walton Files and I actually watched it, that was the first time I ever actually had goosebumps and was terrified. That is a work of art. That is a work of art, okay? And it's like, it was obviously inspired by FNAF, but it also was like, it's its own independent project. Like, I want to see that. I want to see that. Even though it's clearly inspired by FNAF. It clearly is. But I'm telling y'all, you just gotta watch it to fully understand what I'm saying. Because it's good. It's really good. The 5th one that I want to talk about, which again is not an actual YouTuber, it's a series. This is also an analog horror. And like I said, not really up my alley, but this in the Walton Files. Whew. But listen, this one different. Completely. The Mandela Catalog. What on earth? Now this one, I do remember the user. This was Alex Kister. Alex Kister, that's the YouTuber. But let me tell you something about the Mandela Catalog. Girl, I couldn't finish it. I could not finish it. I literally saw one episode and I think I watched the first 10 minutes. I don't even know if it was a full 10 minutes, honestly. But yeah, I didn't watch that much. It terrifies me. The fact that they have games out now, I will never play those games. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it. And honestly, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, the only thing I can explain without giving a lot of stuff away is that basically every human on Earth has like a no, it's not even that. I almost said everybody has a doppelganger, but that's Us. That's the movie Us. But it's like basically there's humanoid creatures that look very similar to humans, but they don't look like humans at the same time. And it creeps me out. And the reason why it creeps me out is because, like, it might be because of like the stock images that they use to create the creature, but some of these people, they do look like familiar faces. Not like I know them personally, but you know, like they look like they're trying to be human, like you can tell, but it's just disturbing. So maybe y'all are braver than me, but I would say definitely go on Alex's channel, check that out, and you tell me what you think, because girl, I'm terrified. I still to this day will not finish that. Still to this day, but I know it'll get a kick out of somebody, but I'm not gonna finish it. Number 6, of course, is Corey X Kenshin. So not only does Corey do horror games, but he also has a segment on his channel called Spooky Scary Sundays. And I ain't gonna hold you, he don't always do it every Sunday. Sometimes it be a Monday, sometimes it be a Wednesday, and sometimes we don't get shit at all. Like, I'ma just be real with you. Sometimes we don't get shit. By now, I'm expecting people to know who Corey is, because you should know. If you don't know, you need to get to know. But if you want a little introductory into who Corey Kenshin is, definitely check out the Spooky Scary Sundays playlist. Definitely check out a lot of his horror games. He is one of my favorite content creators. So I gotta tell y'all, I gotta put y'all on in case you're not already on, but I'm pretty sure everybody here is on. I'm pretty sure y'all know who that is. But just in case, go check my boy out. You ain't gonna regret it. You ain't gonna regret it, I promise. Unless he take another 6 months. But other than that, you will not regret it, I promise. So number 7, I think, is actually fairly new to YouTube. Or I think he's not new, but this is his first time being independent. I'm not 100% sure. But Tuv. The way that I can describe Tuv's content is that he does it's like real world thriller. Like, it's not no scary stories. It's not necessarily true crime. It's more like the underbelly of society and the media. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it though. It's something like that, but basically it's not something that you'll see on everybody's channel. He definitely is the type where he taps into a lot of different things. Some of it is technically kind of sort of true crime, but it's also like not, I don't know. I did not think it would be this hard explaining his content, but I recommend him because I feel like real world thrillers are way more creepier than any other like horror game and you know, like animated spooky stories and stuff like that. True crime even though I know some terrible true crime stories, because your girl loves true crime if you couldn't tell. But yeah, he just exposes like the worst of humanity basically. So yeah, definitely go check him out. Next on my list is Hannah the Horrible. She does true crime, creepy deep dives, and one topic that I got really deep into is the do not search iceberg. She's kind of similar to Tuv if you think about it. Like she's similar on the aspect of like it's not necessarily true crime. Like she does do a few true crime videos, but overall it's just her exposing the creepy side of humanity, the ugly side of humanity. And she has a segment, I believe, where she like debunks certain TikToks, like the ones that are intentionally creepy, scary. They want you to think somebody's being haunted, stuff like that. So I say check out her channel. I wish I had a better description for what her content was, but I'm telling y'all, you just gotta really see it. I would say definitely check out her deep dives first. Like if you want a feel of what her content is about, check out her deep dives, and that's a way better way of describing her content. All right, y'all, this is the warning. Past this point, things are about to get crazy. For some reason, my camera didn't record this portion, but number 10 is Spooky Rice. His channel covers disturbing movies from gore to explicit content. I'm very curious and nosy, but I don't have the guts to watch half of these movies by myself, so I always go to his channel just to get the overview. He covers disturbing comic books too, and has like a new segment where he covers disturbing books as well. So if you guys are curious, I'd say go check out his channel. Number 11 is Disturban. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's either Disturbin or Disturban. Now the thing about Disturban is that they do cover true true crime content, but this true crime is not the typical average true crime. Like, you know how the typical average one is like the famous serial killers like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff like that. Disturbing has true crime content about people that have done the unspeakable. Like, it's low-key a reason why people don't talk about these cases and these topics, because some of it is just like, what? Like the one couple, I think they were cannibals, but they also like took pictures of the body parts. It was madness. This one lady was in an abusive relationship and this man literally took out her eyeballs. Like, that was sad, but it was also crazy. It was wild. It's not for the faint of heart. I will tell you that. That is not for everybody. That's why I gave y'all guys a disclaimer before I even started the video. It is not for everybody. And honestly, I'm sorry, Disturbing, if you're watching this, I'm not subscribed to their channel, because there's only so much that I can take. I have to watch that on a day where I'm just genuinely bored, curious, or I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm really trying to get freaked out. But honey, that is intense. Very, very intense content. Trust me, not something that you can consume on a daily basis. So I don't know, if you wanted to raise your little true crime level up a little bit, that is the channel for you. That is the channel. Number 12 isn't really that bad, honestly, but I feel like the human imagination is what makes it 10 times worse. So coming in at number 12 is Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. This is basically a channel where they pretty much like have audiobooks of different scary, creepy stories. A lot of them are fictional, not the run-of-the-mill. No shade to the animated community though, because I do like y'all. Y'all are featured on Corey Kenshin's SSS, but y'all are featured on Corey Kenshin's channel a lot. But it's not like those where it's like, oh, I worked at McDonald's and we had a stalker, and no. They'll be about like aliens and just like monsters and creeps and stuff. And you think that it would be childish, you think that it would be this, you know, kind of minute type of situation. But I'm telling you, if you have a very active imagination, this right here will definitely send chills down your spine. It'll definitely have you just looking a little bit crazy. And I have to say, they are the best when it comes to this, because they also have like sound effects, audio, they have voice actors. So it's like you get immersed into the story. That's what makes it creepy. Like your mind is just doing whatever it wants to do, and then they're adding the sound effects and the people, and it's just, woo. Like, you'll be thinking about it for a while. So that's why they're so low on this list, because I feel like if you're anything like me, that is definitely nothing to play with, but you might be a little bit curious and want to play with it. So just putting that out there just in case. And last on my list, but not least, is Ask a Mortician. The only reason why she's at the bottom of this list is because a lot of people have an existential crisis. I had a phase in my life where I felt like that too. I've come to terms with it. I'm kind of at peace with the concept of, you know, kicking the bucket. But there's some people where, you know, they still be a little weirded out by that. Even the sight of a skeleton makes them just feel some type of way. So that's why I put her at the bottom of the list, because I feel like, once again, the human brain is way creepier than any monster you could think of. But I will say with her, it's not necessarily creepy, it's really educational. But again, people have existential crisis and they don't want to think about death, so I get that. Her content is very like historical. So historical corpses and historical burials, stuff like that. And she even talked about the situation where, I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter or like on the internet in general, but somebody had like their deceased relative in a club, like literally propped up on stage while everybody's turning up and twerking and stuff. Yeah, she talked about that as well. So, you know, like, I would say she's pretty much unbiased with a lot. Like her whole entire fascination is literally just the concept of death. So it's like, she don't judge, she don't care. She's cool in my book. So again, if that's something that you guys are interested in, definitely go check her out. Well guys, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying tuned on my channel. And if you want, go check these people out and come back to the comments and tell me how you feel about them. Let me know if you already are subscribed to some of these people, already watched some of these people that I've mentioned. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share if you can. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and I will see you next time.